feeling led to talk about how do we know when it is time to let something go. Maybe it's time to let your job go. Maybe it's time to let a relationship go. Maybe it's time to let the ideas and or something that you keep struggling with in your mind. Maybe it's time to let it go. But one of the ways, I'll name multiple ways that you will know when it's time to let something go. For one, you're going to be getting the intuition from your spirit. Something in you will be saying, let it go. Okay, the majority of us, we're not paying attention to the intuition that's softly saying, let it go. So the majority of us will have to go round after round after round of not letting it go, where each of those rounds after round after round gets harder and harder, more difficult, worse and worse, because we're not following the simple instruction of let it go. The reasons we're not letting things go when we first hear it is because of fear. It doesn't make sense of what it, maybe you have something that makes you look good, something that makes you feel good, or something that, many different reasons of why we won't let it go when we know something inside is not right. Something inside keeps saying, damn, this ain't doing it. But for many reasons, we will not let go. And one of the main reasons is fear. If I let this go, I might not find another one like it. Well, that one wasn't serving you. It may have in the beginning, but now that God trying to pull you to a higher level, we have to sacrifice things before we can move to the next level. A lot of us, the majority of us, hold on because we think something won't come better than this, or I can't give up my money, my job, I got bills, I got this. But to sacrifice something when you know in your heart, in your spirit is telling you to let it go, it's only for your good. It's only for your good. There's always going to be something bigger and better of what you're asking or thinking of coming, rewarding you for letting go. And to not let it go is saying you really are not loving yourself. You're saying that you really don't deserve better. Better, best. You're saying that you're not worthy of receiving what is best for you. Something may have been good for you while during that season. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. Okay, it may have been good for that season. But when it come a time where you know something is saying, let it go. And Every time we don't let it go, we know situations are getting worse and worse. For example, I manage properties. I have a nonprofit organization, but basically the team I did have, everybody have a life. They're all scattered, different states, different cities. So basically everything is on my shoulders. Not anymore. And everything is working together for our good. For I could say a good year now, I know my spirit was saying very softly, no pressure, not beating it over my head. But the first instinct was, let it go. But no, during my property managing, I kept squashing the voice, turning a dull ear to it. That doesn't make sense to me. I have plans. I want to build my family legacy. I want to get this. I want to do this. I have plans for the company, for the organization. Let it go. So, in the midst of me not letting it go for about a year, of me knowing in my spirit, I need to let this go. I'll put in a tenant, put out a tenant, and each tenant that I put out and put back in, another one in, it got worse and worse. Now the location looking like a slump. And I do not cater to anything looking like something I don't want to live in. Now the people becoming, it's just like, when did all of this, when did it get like this? Because a few months ago, when I kept hearing the intuition, let it go. No, 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 no. But by not just following our hearts, the Bible say the children in the wilderness, the children of Israel, they wandered around a mountain for 40 years because they didn't pass tests or didn't do what they were supposed to do. They wandered around this same mountain for 40 years to get to Jordan or the other side or whatever, but it only took 8 days. I don't want to be stuck in some situation that I know God is saying, let it go. And you know forgive me, Father, you know stuff getting worse and worse. And then you know what's going to happen at the end of us not following our hearts, our intuition to let it go? We will be pushed out. Something will happen that you have to let it go, or you had no choice. You didn't let it go, they let you go. If it's a job, you staying on a job miserable, you're struggling, you're this and that, your spirit's saying, let it go. No, I gotta pay, I gotta do this, but you ain't got time for your dreams, you can't build on your own plan, nothing. Let it go. Now you done been there 2, 3, 5 years, knowing you should have let it go, but you doing this and doing that, depending on this job, and you know you should be letting it go. What happened? You done dedicated all your time, all your miserable energy, all your whatever over this job. What happened? Instead of you letting it go, by you squashing your own voice, your own heart's guiding, they let you go. They pulled the rug out from under you. All things are working together for our good. Whether we let it go or they let us go, whatever the situation, jobs, career, relationships, whatever the situation is, if we're being led to let it go, God understands we may not do it the first time, second time, but the majority of us be on things that we know I should have been let this go. Why am I wake up miserable and got to face it every day? You're not loving yourself. You're not considering yourself worthy. You're afraid. You're fearful. But we have to trust God, the universe, our Father. He's gonna catch us. If we made a wrong decision, he'll catch us. Because he knows we're still trying to follow our heart. You won't fail. You know, I heard somebody say that, you know, as you pull back a bow to shoot off an arrow, the further back you pull it, the further forward it goes. And sometimes with trees, it's not sometimes, it's basically all the time. With trees, with plants, you have to prune them in order for them to grow more. Pruning means cut them back. And you be like you're torturing it. But that's for the health of that plant, of that tree. So it can prosper and bloom even more. So how do we know when it's time to let it go? When we know we got a gut feeling. When we know we're waking up miserable and got to face this every day. A routine of misery. It's time we get back to happiness. It's time we get back to trusting our Creator. It's time we get back to the natural way of life, which is following who we are, a spiritual being here in the natural realm. Once these bodies shed, we're infinite. We're spiritual. We're energy. It's time we get back to letting that be in the forefront of our lives. Being back to the reality of who we are. This is not reality. This is reality. And following the direction of our spirits. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it may not make sense. But even if we made a wrong decision that it looked like we did, trust me, God will not fail us. The universe will not fail us. Life is challenges. Life is leaps and bounds and going in directions and taking steps in things when you don't know how, when, who, or what. That's a beautiful thing. Once we get into that way of living, you wouldn't want to go back to the routine of knowing things is like this day in and day out. That is not how life's supposed to be. I am not a rat in some treadmill or whatever that wheel called, that rat going round and round. It ain't going nowhere. You working hard and putting all kind of in. Life, that is not life. Let's get back to happiness. Our spirit. In a journey, we don't know where the destination is. Life is a journey. We can co-create our destination, but the journey, we're happy. We're happy even with the journey. Because it's different, it's variety, it's different, it's excitement, it's laughter, joy, love. Yeah, you may have some drama here and there, but that's not the norm. Life is a journey. Life is a happy journey, an unpredictable journey. Let's not get in the rat race of not letting things go when it's not serving us anymore. Instead, it's getting worse and getting worse. Your health is deteriorating. You're getting acne. You're getting ulcers. You're getting headaches. You're getting bigger and bigger. Let's get to true happiness. How do we know when it's time to let something go? You know. You know. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be yourself? Be true to yourself and go for what you truly want in your heart? That's how you know when it's time to let it go. Follow your heart. Thank you. Uh-oh.